What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 222 of Real Estate Podcast. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm here with Adam.
This week we watched Black Widow. And we wrapped
Dude,
up Loki.
It's a Marvel extravaganza.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, legit. So, first, what do y'all want to go into first? Because I feel like we could do either one at this point.
Y'all want to do the movie first?
I mean, let's do the movie.
We don't have to. It's just we normally do the movie first.
No, I'm cool with that. Here's the thing about Black Widow. Expectations going in very low.
Very low.
Exceeded my expectations
Yeah.
by tenfold.
I think it helped me going in being like, I'm probably going to hate this.
Well, I didn't think I was going to hate it by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm like, all right, Black Widow's dead. This story really doesn't. There's going to be some things that are going to carry on, but it's not, all in all, it's not really going to matter as much. But I think they introduced enough characters and the story was written well enough for me to be like, okay, I'm in it, you know?
Well, they just gave us our new Black Widow.
Yeah. And thank God.
We got a new one.
Dude, she is. Anyway, I mean, what did y'all think of it?
I liked it, man.
I think
I
I'm
didn't
on
like
the same boat
Taskmaster.
with you. Yeah. Well,
They kind of fucked that up a little bit, didn't they?
I didn't like Taskmaster till the reveal.
Till you realize it was one of the chicks.
Well,
but here's the thing.
I like Taskmaster up to that point. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. So technically, that ain't even really Taskmaster, right?
Well, it's the MCU's version.
I mean, yeah. Well, it's a program chick. It's one of his little bots. He's programmed to do this.
Yeah.
So they kind of did their own thing with it.
Well, my question that didn't get answered was like, is it the fact that like she has this ability to be able to mimic all this stuff, or is it the fact that she has
she got some kind of implant or something?
The cybernetic implants that allow her to be able to.
She's cyberpunk, dude.
Yeah. And that's something that I think needs to be explored, because if it's just like that's how good she is, then I think that lends a little bit more merit to the character itself. You know what I mean?
Well, I agree, but I think also Taskmaster is clearly never going to be a villain that would be a constant cinematic threat.
No.
I think acknowledging that character's existence, having some variant, if you want to call it that, of him, her, I guess this is the perfect movie to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, it wasn't a situation where when it happened, I went, ew, or recoiled or went fanboy, because, I mean, honestly, Black Widow's not necessarily, it's another one of those comic movies where it's a character that I'm only invested in when there's a larger story going on.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, it was cool getting to see some interpretation of how Taskmaster, because those initial fights, like when they first fight on the bridge, and you see him doing the cap stuff, and then she immediately switches to Black Widow's ability, and then they kind of do the mirror move thing.
Yeah.
You know, that stuff was cool, and you know, and it certainly was not. It certainly didn't start off as one of those boring films where it's a lot of talking.
No,
it got right into it.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Scarlett Johansson walk out of a car wreck more times in this film than her entire career of films.
Yes. Under the Skin, maybe. But
yeah.
Well, here's the thing that my takeaway from the whole Taskmaster thing was like, we're getting more like hand-to-hand focused heroes in the MCU with Shang-Chi and with Iron Fist and all this kind of stuff. Like, you know, there's a rumor going around, and I didn't post it in movie news, but there's a rumor going around that they're going to softly reintroduce Iron Fist and Shang-Chi and kind of do that sort of thing. So as more and more of those characters are introduced, then it's very interesting to have a character like that, whether they're going to be a good guy, a bad guy, or like a vigilante or whatever that's gonna like show up, show out, and then that's enough for me. And I think the implication of like having that character introducing them now, because I would love to see a fight with like, Iron Fist or Shang-Chi with against Taskmaster. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, and also I think to elaborate on your point too, it it also shows that Marvel is trying to peel back. I mean, don't get me wrong, Black Widow and pretty much every Marvel property has its fair share of green screen.
Yeah.
But I do like that we're getting more hand to hand like fight scenes where it's not necessarily Matrix level where someone gets punched and kicked, across a football field.
Yeah.
And instead we're like uh one fight that stood out to me in Black Widow was the when she goes to meet her quote
Sister,
unquote sister.
and they beat the
Yeah.
shit out of each other, dude.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like
like,
there was one point where I believe it's the sister throws throws
into
fucking
the wall.
Romanoff and like into that it's like she bounces off the threshold into that
Yeah,
other room.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing that was just like that. You've seen one fight, you've seen them all,
yeah.
but every now and then they'll
Some pretty good
introduce some
hand-to-hand
little
combat there.
the choreography for some of those close quarters, close room, not a lot of room to move around. Those kind of fight sequences,
Yeah.
they were done. They were entertaining to see at least.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know that's her sister because of the vials
Yeah.
and the letter in the picture. But I'm
Yeah.
like, do they not know what each other look like? Because they're beating the shit
And
out of each other, and it's like, oh, they do know what each other looks like. Okay, how long are we gonna fight? And it went on about as long as you think it will. They fight a little bit, say uncle.
yeah.
It's like, okay, now we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
Oh, now the real villain's here.
right.
20 chicks with fucking ARs. Let's
Yeah.
fight our
Right.
way out of this bitch.
Yeah.
Why'd she blew those lights? She was like, hang on a second. She hit the fuse box.
And I
Yeah.
mean with all the fighting and all the chaos in this movie, those vials of that gas, man, that's the most resilient
Yeah.
constructed vial of chemical I've ever seen.
It's Gorilla Glass, dude. I mean, it had to
Shit'll
be
wake you
something
up,
like
dude, before
that.
you go.
Yeah. Right.
David Harbour. Huh?
He did a he did a fantastic
Huh?
job, man. I love his character.
I think we'll
Oh,
see him
yeah.
again.
I hope to God we
I
do.
just got out of prison. I have a
Yeah.
lot of energy.
Yeah.
Dude, when he's sitting there doing the arm wrestling the guys, getting the tattoo on his back, he's talking
Yeah.
mad
Yeah,
shit, and he's like, I
that
kicked
was
fucking
cool.
Captain America's ass in the 80s, and they're like, he was fucking frozen. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
He just straight
Well,
broke that dude's arm.
yeah.
I
Right.
was like, so,
Yeah.
see, I don't know anything about him. So he's like a damn Russian super soldier?
Yeah. I think he's the only one that
Like,
the super soldier serum successfully worked on in Russia, right?
okay.
Yeah.
And that's
And
how
he's
he
locked
got
up
his.
in prison?
Well, that was the thing. Like when he got back from that mission in Ohio,
Yeah.
getting that information, then dude that runs the Red Room's just like, "Well, fuck you," and
I don't need
because
you
he said he was
anymore.
in prison. Yeah, he put him in prison for 20 years,
Yeah, but
and it's like
somebody with
he's a
muscle
super
like
soldier.
that,
But
Yeah,
so here's
like,
here's here's my question. So are they going to utilize Red Guardian in a Dark Avengers, or are they or are we seeing another introduced Thunderbolt?
I mean, there's rumors going around for both because the Thunderbolts cast that they're rumoring right now is like um
Because they've still not
Taskmaster.
because they still haven't made clear exactly who oh my god, who Elaine's rounding up everyone for. She's like the anti Nick Fury.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we
the
see her at
government
the end.
version.
She shows up and she's like,
Yeah,
need a job? Now, so she's rounding her up. Well, she's going to be in the Hawkeye show.
yeah,
Yeah,
8
because
episodes.
yeah,
Like,
because
so she's in the
because
whole run.
yeah.
she tells her to go after.
Well, and I think that that's going to be the explanation for everything that's going on with what she's doing because Black Widow was supposed to come out beforehand. So with that being said, then she should have been introduced in Black Widow. That means that Black Widow's sister would have been the first one that was contacted, and then Kurt Russell's son would have been the second one that would have been contacted. So the sequencing is a little bit out of order. The implication's still there.
Yeah.
So I think what it's going to come down to, and all right, I'm going to say this: I'm bummed because I was really hoping that the Hawkeye series was going to be what was going on with Hawkeye between
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Now we know where
Yeah,
the series lies in the timeline. It's after.
yeah,
Because
and
she's like,
that's
he
going to
killed your
suck.
sister.
Yeah,
Like, well, to save the world.
yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, she'll figure that out.
Yeah, of course.
She might have to whip his ass a little bit, but
Yeah. But I mean, it is at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like it still bums me out. But I really did like David Harbour's performance,
oh
and I
man.
like how they kind of like got the band back together,
Yeah.
and it was like this really weird, awkward,
What was the
fucked up
song?
situation.
Miss American Pie?
Yeah, bye,
Yeah.
bye.
When he started singing
Yeah,
that, it was like, oh shit, call back.
yeah, right.
She's like, I forgive you. But you
Yeah,
could see where, and then I like how, I can't remember the mom's name, not the real mom,
no,
but I'm calling her mom.
yeah,
Was like, I'm gonna work with y'all. Like they, you could tell they always kind of felt bad for what they did, and
yeah, yeah,
when they're sitting around the table, it's like, oh, I got the family back together, and I'm like, dude, there's no way that outfit still fits.
yeah.
Is it
No,
ripped or
no,
something? You couldn't even get your head through it a second ago.
yeah, right.
He strong armed
Well,
it on.
and I mean, they were all fucked over by the Red Room except for her.
Yeah, yeah,
She
because
was
she
the
got
only one
away.
that, yeah,
She's up
well,
there doing her
sh
little pig
doing her
experiments.
pig shit, yeah.
Like,
So,
dude,
like,
they can't breathe until they listen, and it's like this is fucked up.
yeah, this is, yeah.
Like,
So, and then, like, I like how the Red Room was basically like a shield outpost,
yeah,
like his own self-made shield outpost where he's like conducting all
little
this shit for him.
compound.
Yeah. So, like, if we're to believe what they went around, they found a scientist to recreate that serum, and they went around and started decommissioning all of the Black Widows, right? But like, there's so many of them across the fucking
Yeah,
planet
when you see that
that
map, but now that's what they're on. It's Operation Wake 'em Up.
yeah,
But I mean, here's the thing about Drake. This is the one part that kind of annoys me. The only reason she couldn't take him out then and there is because of a fucking pheromone.
That
yeah,
was a little cheesy. So she had to sever the nerve to her
the
nose.
yeah,
She did it too. She slammed her head on that desk. She's like, because he didn't punch her hard enough to do it.
yeah,
So a little deep cut before I break my own fucking nose. Wham!
yeah, yeah.
That's one tough cookie, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That guy did a good job. I hated him.
Yeah, I did too. But all in all, I thought that it was very enjoyable, and it was to me it wasn't on that same level as Winter Soldier,
No,
but it had that same feel as
the
Winter
way it was kind
Soldier.
of shot, and
It felt very espionage,
yeah,
Tom Clancy, you know what I mean? Like Jack Ryan or whatever the
Jack
fuck his
reach
name is.
around.
Jack Reacher, Jack Ryan, whatever. But it kind of had that feel to me. And like I'm glad that they went that direction with it as opposed to like whatever they could have took that character in any number of directions and it would have been like, yeah, this is kind of fucking cheesy, dude. But like they actually, you know, to me, it felt like they did the best that they could utilizing a character like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I appreciates it, you know.
yeah,
And it's definitely not going to be a Marvel movie that I'm going to personally constantly revisit.
no, I've seen it.
Here's what would have caused me to revisit it more. If the fight sequence between the Red Guardian and Taskmaster was actually worth a damn,
Yeah,
then if that fight sequence would have been cut and took place during the entire end of the film, to having them fight in the air, on the ground, to
yeah,
the point where
everywhere.
he almost, yeah, to the point where he almost kills her and they stop him from killing her
Hmm.
to give her the pheromone. Like that's how that should have played out in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like whenever she rolled up on him, I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
here we go. And then it was like, oh, okay,
Yeah. David Harbour gets his ass kicked for 5 minutes and then
yeah,
they lock her in the cell. So that's the one thing that kind of pulled me out of the whole experience. But everything else I thought was fine. I mean, I'm glad that, I'm glad I didn't go to the theaters and watch it.
yeah,
But, that's a whole different conversation there.
whole
But
nother
yeah, I'm glad.
podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was
So
a
I mean,
cool way to introduce the new, the Black Widow replacement,
yeah,
being her sister. I like the
yeah,
character.
I do too. And I
I
think
even
that
like
she's
her
gonna
more than I like Black Widow. Like,
well, she's got more of a
oh
personality.
yeah,
So, and I mean, dude.
yeah, nice
She was in
personality.
she was in
Danny,
Midsummer, dude. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, I'm glad that she landed that role. Did you see that thing I sent you on Twitter today?
maybe.
Before before she was an actress, she was doing cover songs on
Oh yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, yeah. I watched. Yeah, I went on there. Those are some old videos too. Like,
Yeah.
so she's a
Good
musician.
voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Really good voice. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a full star, man. But and the reason why that I'm giving it a full star personally is because I was expecting to go in and be like, all right, this is the stinker
Yeah,
of the MCU, you
it was
know?
a pleasant surprise though.
Yes. And it not being a stinker, it actually like meeting and exceeding whatever expectations that I had out for it. Like that right there puts it in a higher stance. And like I said, I mean, I may revisit this movie later and be like, okay, it wasn't as great as I thought it was, this, that, and the other. But right now, coming off the hills of it, I tuned out, enjoyed a Marvel flick, and it set up enough. It set up just enough for it to have a purpose. And that's all I'm here for.
Yeah, well,
What's
they've
the
been
next
doing all
phase?
these things like, now we got a new Captain America,
Yeah.
we got a new Black Widow, we'll get a new Iron Man. I think it's gonna be an
Yeah.
Iron Woman, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Certainly.
I'll give it a star. I was pleasantly surprised, and it was
Yeah.
funny. Some real funny
It was.
moments.
Oh, how when the helicopter just falls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, when they were
right.
trying to get him out of that prison, what? Did he just kill everybody in that prison? I think
Yeah.
so.
Well, and I enjoyed how the new widow kept riffing on her like
Yeah,
you
making
pose
fun of
you
the
pose all the
pose.
time.
And then she
I
did
mean
that one
it's
time where she did it, and she was like, "Oh, I could see why you would do that now." Like,
well the way they delivered it's comedic stuff, which it wasn't as it wasn't done as often as you or as we're used to in these films,
no,
Yeah.
just
but
enough,
the comedy I don't know it
tasteful.
kind of made me kind of felt very I don't know. It's nowhere near
Appropriate.
as good as these other 2 films, but I don't know, it kinda had cinematically, it makes me think of, Spider-Man vibes in a way,
Uh huh.
Yeah.
so, I don't know.
So what
I
are you gonna give it, Trav?
I don't know, man. I think I think it commits a few things that are like, "Man, come on." I mean, because you could remove the Marvel brand from this, and it's no different than, like, Red Sparrow, a lot of the other movies where it's like, you know, kids get trained to be, assassins, and then they turn on their creator type of thing. I've seen that a lot, and I don't know, I don't wanna give it a full star because of the things that it would build to. Um, I don't know, my gut tells me to go with a half star, so I'm gonna give it a half.
It's respectable. Two
Not
and a half
because it's
stars.
not because it's a bad movie,
No,
but also
two and a half
because it's
star
not a
film.
great movie.
I respect it, Trev. I respect, you know. But let's just go ahead and transition over to something that I feel is going to be a full star, a fucking golden reel. This last episode of Loki, dude.
Man.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
So we've been talking about it for weeks, man. We're like, it's got to be leading up to Kang the Conqueror. You know, that's been the whole. Everybody on the internet's like, it's got to be him. But the way they did it was really cool.
It was fucking genius,
Yeah,
dude.
They
Oh my.
introduced him without introducing
yeah. Well,
him
we
and
get to see
saving
like
that reveal for um
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yeah. So we got to see like, I would call him the good guy version of him, right? This is a good
Yeah,
guy. I mean, he's done some shit, but he's a good guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's what we got, you know. And I thought that was really cool. Whenever it went in there and he was talking about it, I was like, oh, I see what you did here. This is clever.
yeah.
Dude, when she stabbed him and he looked at her and he's like, I'll see you soon.
That was good.
Yeah.
That I love his personality because, dude, I wasn't expecting all that
Not
shit.
not
Well,
not to put it on like that. He had a little pan ass, you know?
well, here's the thing, and I think it's gonna give more backing as because we've been talking about or we've referenced Majors being cast as Kang for every time we would jump on some Marvel shit, we would bring it up. And when the news got, announced that he was cast as uh King the Conqueror, we were all like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
down.
but we
You
all
see some
kind of
good
really
face acting.
yeah, but we were really most of us all agree that he was the best part of Lovecraft Country. And even
Yeah,
from my perspective too, because I feel like I'm the one of us that didn't like it that liked it the least. But
It's like,
I'm
can he pull
interested.
this off, you know?
Well, now that means we're gonna have to see him
Yeah.
pull a Doctor Who being like, how is he gonna distinguish himself in every? Because
Yeah.
I feel like He Who
No,
Remains and Kang are not the only ones that we're gonna deal with.
probably
We're gonna
no,
not.
see
not at
other
all.
versions of him as well,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
so I hope that we get a good glimpse at his range
yeah. Oh, I'm sure we will. I think he's
because
gonna go full
because Kang the
split.
Conqueror's just got to be cold, calculated, just
Yeah.
fucking
Kind
evil.
of not as
Yeah,
talky as this
Whereas,
guy.
or-
Not telling
yeah,
as many
this
jokes.
guy kind of
I
gave
think that's why they show us that. They were like, all right, we're going to do some range here. So this guy's
what
like
kind
happy
of
go lucky, man about town, you know, man
almost
about the
sort of
timeline.
almost jokerish,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, he's having a silly goose time.
yeah,
or just he's just like any good time travel. He's someone that's been warped by it so fucking much that he's just. This is what happens when the Doctor goes alone. You turn into him,
yeah,
like
And he knew that she was going to kill him. He knew he was
yeah,
going to die that day. He's like, and he even said that one thing. He's like, I don't know what happens past this point, but it's like, I know
yeah,
I'm about to die. I mean,
yeah,
you can either work with me or kill me. It don't matter. Whatever. Just pick one.
yeah. He's over it, man.
And fucking, they had a little fucking Power Ranger fight, and Loki was like, Sylvie, don't do it. And she was like, I'm not you, and pushed him through the thing.
Yeah,
So he
that.
ends up in
that
a
so
fucking weird ass place.
so now we know the bad lieutenant decision of the whole Kang arc that's about to unfold. She
Oh,
shouldn't have
yeah.
kicked Loki through that fucking
She
portal.
shouldn't have killed him.
yeah, yeah,
But, you know,
yeah.
for the sake of the
But
story.
now, yeah, for the sake of whatever the fuck's going to be the fallout
But
of
I'm over
this
here like,
shit.
of course she overreacted.
I
But what
mean,
a really cool idea to more or less establish that the entire time, always all hearkening back to the first Iron Man, Kang has dictated everything that's ever happened.
yeah,
I was telling Griffin earlier, I saw some tidbits of news where, so that the interaction they had with him was supposed to be the credit scene. And it was supposed to be very short. Like they walk in, it's him, he explains a little bit, that's it, you know? But then they decided to go more with that. So they actually reshot some stuff and added it in and stretched that out. That whole part there wasn't even going to be in the show. And I was like, that's a good thing they did though. That was a good
Yeah.
idea. Like
Yeah.
that's why, you know, for the credit scene you get the Loki will return.
Yeah.
So now whenever she comes back through the portal, what world's it going to put her in?
I think she's gonna stay.
Just
So
stay there?
Heavy Spoilers had a really good theory that I
Claim
liked, and
the
it
I didn't
was
get to watch his videos. I had them queued up earlier, but I didn't get to watch them.
so his thing was the fact that he like his whole idea is that someone has been writing this script this whole time,
Yeah.
and he pulls these pages out, and
Mhm.
then it's referenced. He thinks that Sylvie's going to stay there and write up to what she does, and then continues writing forward from that point.
For that timeline.
Yeah, for the way that the timeline should quote unquote be. And
Yeah.
she's gonna be the script writer so that whenever the next Kang shows up there, he has everything broken down
Mhm.
and basically observe everything, write everything down. And I think that could happen, and I think that would be a very interesting way to keep her locked down into
Mhm.
in one area for a while until they
And then
need
you
her.
got Loki over here trying to get back to her.
Yeah,
He's like,
exactly.
I got to get to the end of the universe or the end of
Yeah,
time, and it's like, good luck with that.
yeah.
I like
So
how
I
that
did.
portal works one way. You can go in,
I know.
you can leave there, but you can't go there.
Yeah. I did see that. What you call it? What if is going to be 100% canon.
Mhm.
So
Hell
instead
yeah.
of what if, yeah. So instead of what if being exactly what it is it's a collection of what if stories. It's going to be a collection of alternate timeline versions of
Mhm.
everything that's going on. So some of the
That's
things
awesome.
that happen in yeah, some of the things that happen in what if make actually branch over into some of the films and or TV series. So, but you know, we're gonna have Loki like having to reintroduce himself to Mobius,
Yeah.
and all that weird fuckery is gonna start happening. So,
And see, he didn't
I
even know it was a Loki, so in that
yeah,
timeline, he hadn't even been fucking with Lokis.
no, not at
It's
all.
something else. And you know, and then we see the statue.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh shit, we ain't in Kansas anymore. This is, dude, they have to give the motherfucker a blue face, right? At least one version of him.
Oh, I
At
think
least
that
one version of him. The one like the big bad.
yeah,
It's gotta
I
look
think
like
so.
that, right?
Yeah, I think that he will. Also, another theories that were out there. I think this might have been on the Heavy Spoiler, but he read it from somewhere else, or maybe it was I was reading it somewhere. But anyway, they're saying that Kang the Conqueror is a descendant or ancestor, whatever, of Reed Richards, right?
Uh huh.
But they think that they're going to change that up for the MCU and make it a descendant of Tony Stark.
Okay.
And the reason that they're going to do that is so that whenever they actually do the Young Avengers and bring Iron Lad
Mm-hmm.
into it, so Iron Lad is a version of Kang, a younger version of Kang the Conqueror that goes back and forms the Young
Yeah.
Avengers. So
Makes
that way,
sense.
so that way, whenever that happens, it actually makes way more sense, and
Yeah.
it's easier for the audience as a whole to
Well,
understand that.
I just figure it would make sense going the Iron Man route, considering in the MCU, Tony Stark's the one that figures out time travel.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
So it would make sense that on that level,
Yeah. So I thought that that was a pretty interesting theory. And like I said, who knows what's going to happen? But like I think that at some point, maybe in the second season of Loki, they'll actually introduce Iron Lad, and then that'll be a jumping off point for either the Young Avengers film or the Young Avengers series.
Yeah. The
So
assemble, you know,
yeah,
get them all
so
together.
yeah,
Shit, I like it,
because
man.
they've already set up the majority of them. You've got the kids from WandaVision.
Yep.
You've got Kang, a version of Kang the Conqueror,
What was
and
the
then
kids at the end of Endgame?
um,
You remember the little girl?
yeah,
Her mom worked at the whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
yeah. And then we've got the scrolls,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them was a scroll. And then they introduced in Falcon Winter Soldier the grandson of the black version of Captain America.
They're
The
setting
one that
up
they,
for the next 10 years.
yeah.
New blood's
So
coming
they,
in.
yeah. So, and like, this is the thing, man. This is all I'm going to say about Loki and be done with it. I never thought in a million years that they were going to have a Loki series to where the very last episode of that series was going to be 1 hour long discussion.
Yeah.
I never would have thought that with like a little bit of fighting in it here and there, but nothing like super majors, nothing super serious or anything like that.
Makes this major so
And it,
major.
yeah,
Well, an hour of dialogue that's not boring. That
yes,
and what's crazy is that, you know, normally exposition scenes get fucking ripped apart. For some
yeah,
reason, people just are tired of the, "Oh, you don't know what?
Oh,
Well,
let
but
me
because of blah
explain.
blah
Ha
blah."
ha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people butcher shit like that left and right. But for some reason, it worked with this, and I think it's because they did 5 episodes of
It was the
suddenly
build
this
up of
happens.
getting to it.
Suddenly, yeah,
And
it
then
was a
once we
bit. There
got there,
was
we were ready for answers. It's like, all right, this
yeah, there
motherfucker
were
better fill us in because this was a long
well, there were
quest.
yeah, there was 5 hours of buildup, and it culminated to one of 2 things needing to happen. Either just no more talking, all out fight sequence, or we're gonna sit down and have a chit chat, and
A
you're gonna
come to
learn some
Jesus
shit.
moment.
And I
yeah,
appreciate them doing something like that because I mean that to me that's almost about as comic book as it gets.
yeah,
Because most comic books are nothing but exposition.
yeah,
That's how the dialogue in most of those stories are often told. It's about the only way it's told, you know?
yeah,
And for them to just take a second and just have it be just all just world building, I think that was a cool move. And that shot of the multiverse forming was
Oh, yeah.
really kick ass.
yeah. I'm very excited. I
Really
mean,
liked it, man.
Loki, to
And
me, Loki has been the best.
like how Adam said when whenever she kills him and he just ominously looks at her and just goes, "See you soon." Like
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
kind of
that's a
smiled
good
at her, like, gave her that look like you fucked up.
yeah,
I was the nice one. But it was going to happen. I mean,
yeah.
he
Definitely
wouldn't be
was going
mad
to
at it.
happen. No,
He said he was tired anyway.
yeah. Well, I mean, you could tell he's fucking batshit.
Yeah.
Like God,
well, he
he is.
stared at the time vortex too long, man.
So she's going to
Yeah,
have his little thing too, his weird
yeah,
little pad that he had on his hand.
yeah.
That scene when he took
So
it off, I was like, when he took that off and pushed it across the table, that was the invitation. You're either going to do it or you're not. Now's your
yeah,
chance. He was like, enough of this mental masturbation, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
I'm over it. Fap is over with. You know.
Yeah, man, the series was great.
Yeah, I really do. I think it's my favorite. I really like WandaVision. Enjoyed Falcon Winter Soldier, but Loki though, like, god
S
damn,
tier.
yeah, S tier for sure, dude. S tier. You putting it in S tier, Trav?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we got a little bit of things here. I'm gonna do these out of order because I wish Discord. Anyway, that's a different
Wish
fucking
you could move
conversation.
it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish. So, was Yelena dusted by Thanos' snap? Marvel Boss says fans will find out soon. So, recently, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige participated in a Twitter watch party of Black Widow, and he shared some behind the scenes trivia of production while also teasing future developments. One of the most prominent pieces of information Feige dropped was about the fate of Yelena Belova during the blip. Twitter user asked Feige if Yelena was in fact dusted by Thanos, and Feige gave a cryptic answer by saying, "You will find out, just not on this Twitter thread." He gave no indication as to when Marvel fans will find out. However, we have a few guesses. And then they break down everything. So that right there, it's like, okay, we're Elaine comes to her and like, all right, we got the person that killed your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, either she was gone during all this,
Yeah,
right? Or
probably.
she was, yeah, or she was there during all this and saw all the fucked up shit that was going on. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
either way, it was fucked up shit was happening. You know what I mean?
Well, if she's gone, then it makes sense because she would have gone after the killer a long time ago, or at least
Yeah,
tried
right.
to.
Yeah,
So it would make sense, like her showing up at the graveyard
yeah,
all this time later, and
yeah,
you know, finding out that she's dead. And it's like, well, who did it? Because I'm gonna fuck them up.
yeah.
Really, I'm
And
just
it's
gonna
like,
fight him a little bit, and then we're gonna be like besties. But
yeah. did you did you watch the pitch meeting
like, what
for
up?
Black Widow?
Uh-uh.
Dude, it's fucking
I'll
hilarious. We'll
check
have
it
to
out.
watch it after a while.
Yeah.
Next up, Venom versus Spider-Man. Kevin Feige will not rule it out. Audience may one day see the two Toms, Holland
Hmm.
and Hardy, come face to face at a Venom versus Spider-Man movie, says Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige. During a recent interview, Feige responded to the idea of the Sony and Marvel worlds colliding, saying simply that he wouldn't rule anything out on a potential crossover. He said, "I don't want to talk about rumors or on what could happen or couldn't happen as it relates to characters Marvel Studios hasn't brought to the screen yet. But I will say that I've always said, um, but I will say what I've always said, having been at Marvel Studios for 20 years. I wouldn't dismiss anything. I wouldn't rule anything out." Um, with what is possibly going to happen in Spider-Man 3 and the fact that a multiverse does exist now in the Marvel universe, it would be very, very easy for them to make this happen, even if it's a one off. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see if they ever will go that route because I think it would be kind of a no brainer in my opinion.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think?
I mean, it's got to happen at some point.
Yeah.
You know, if we're gonna do the Spider-Man stuff, then he's got to fight Venom at some point, right? I mean,
How crazy would it be if Venom shows up in Spider Man 3?
it'll be
Like a
nutty.
version.
Oh my god.
Man, man, like I feel like just like with the Star Wars movies where we'll never get our Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher reunion. That's been
Rumored to have been
pissed to the
shot.
done pissed to the wind though.
Yeah.
Um I feel like we will never get a sequence where we're dealing with Spider-Man, a comic accurate Venom brawling it out across the streets of New York, where they're slinging web, they're throwing each other, and they're beating the shit out of each other. I
Right.
don't think we will ever get that, and I want that so fucking bad.
Well, like you
Like,
said, we might get it in the new one. Since they're having all these other people show up, he might make a little appearance, you know. But do they save that for later? Because that's like playing poker with that card. That's a full house. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're like, do we do that, or like what's the relationship gonna be between Disney and Sony in the future? Like, how long are they gonna let them, you know,
Yeah.
use a character? Maybe Sony's like, nah, we want to do that. It's like, well, because that is their
Should
movie,
you?
right? The Venom movie is what they put that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So that could possibly, all right, whenever they do all this stuff here, remember y'all talking about setting up the silver platter for them and
Yeah.
just handing it to them. Well, then they
Yeah.
would be able to take whatever Spider-Man they have
Mm-hmm.
and go. You know what I mean? Then they could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But I don't know.
So,
But if he does
um,
show up, it'll be a split second. You know.
yeah, it'll
It,
just be there.
yeah, because there's so many people already,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's cool to hear like, oh, there so and so's gonna be in the movie in this one, and Doc Ock. And it's like, yeah, but how much screen time are all these people gonna get?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
are we all gonna fight each other at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's exactly what's going to
It's gonna be
happen.
a really big fight.
Yeah. New York is going to be tore apart, you know?
I'm talking about fuck city save the day.
Yeah, right.
Well, what would be cool is if they, in a way of doing damage control to keep to keep it Marvel where people are being saved and everything. It would be interesting if when things are just going just completely fucking haywire, Doctor Strange sling rings everybody into like this dimension where there's nothing there, and
Yeah,
it's like,
where
all
they
right,
can fight.
like, well, like it, or like the fight will break out, shit's getting destroyed and wrecked, and Strange is like, we've got to get this we got to get this off Earth,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
so he fucking just
does some
takes him to
strange
another
shit.
dimension. Yeah.
I would be okay with that. Take them to the quantum realm. So Marvel's Victoria Alonso teases mini studio for animation and discusses representation in superhero stories at NALIP NALIP Summit. It says here, and there's just a couple things I wanted to hit, but it says we have so much coming your way that you might tell us, okay, take a break now, she said. As an executive producer on Marvel's WandaVision and The Falcon and Winter Soldier, Alonso played a key role in earning the studio a historic 28 Emmy nominations. But instead of pausing to show off her superpowers, Alonso is already running towards her next audience. While Marvel's next show, What If, will be the studio's first animated series, it is far from the last. We're going to have our animation branch in a mini studio, and there will be more to come from that as well, Alonso said. We're super excited about animation, which is my first love. Alonso also noted that there are a few other shows that will come out before the end of the year, including Miss Marvel and Hawkeye. Um, and then she goes into other stuff. But that's the key things that I wanted to take here. So they're going to actually be having a Marvel animated, a small studio doing Marvel animation stuff, which would be something that would be really interesting. I like the style, the visual style that they went with for What If, and I'm
Yeah.
interested to see if they're going to continue with that style, or if they're possibly go something a little bit more traditional animation. You know,
Well, what's awesome with
and
that animation is like they could do some crazier shit. The budget would just be ridiculous.
yeah,
They can
exactly.
animate
Yeah,
it, be like, hey, we can tell this cool story here. And it's not gonna cost them like $100 million.
yeah,
Dude, if you look at her IMDb, she's been a fucking producer on everything since Iron Man 1.
that's fucking crazy.
Everything. Loki, Black Widow, you name it.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. What a fucking rap sheet.
So she's up there doing the work. You know
Yeah,
what I
and
mean?
never heard of her.
No. And with the news that we will be getting Hawkeye and Miss Marvel, and I think that we'll probably get Hawkeye before Miss Marvel just because of the implications of Black Widow and all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
for the story.
Um, yeah, because I think that I was looking at the release dates for everything earlier, and it's
Uh,
like you've got Shang-Chi, then you've got the Eternals, and then you got Spider-Man. So Shang-Chi is probably going to be either happening during the same time that Loki's happening or before Loki happens. And then you're going to be coming in with the
and there's
Eternals,
no telling
which is
what that's gonna like reveal.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then Spider-Man is going to be the first actual deep dive into uh, the multiverse situation.
Yeah,
And then off the heels of that, you're going to have the um,
because
Doctor
the
Strange
Doctor
and the
Strange comes
multiverse
out after that.
comes out in 2022. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're saying that
So
Hawkeye's gonna be late 2021.
yeah. I figure Miss Marvel's probably going to be around Christmas time. If I had to, I imagine they'll probably do October, November for Hawkeye. And I may be wrong, but this is just what I think that they'll end up doing.
It's just right around the
Because if they,
corner.
yeah, because if they can get the Hawkeye like grounded in reality story out of the way,
Yeah.
Miss Marvel's going to be way more, you know, it's going to be way more, like what would you call that? Galactic to a certain degree, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's gonna be out there.
And yeah, so next up, Henry Cavill has met with Marvel Studios in London. Right. So here's some interesting information for you guys. Henry Cavill was in the Disney offices in London a few weeks back, and I'm being told that it was to meet with Marvel representatives in person. This comes to me from a source close to Disney. What I was told was that Cavill and members of his team were meeting with people at Marvel Studios so that they could talk face to face. Was this for an upcoming project? Well, I wasn't told anything about that. I was informed that Cavill visited Disney's London office and was flanked by a number of people. What? How do you flank Superman? My source went on to specify that Cavill was there to have a chat with some of Marvel's people in London, and that he was very intent on seeing people face to face. However, my source did add that everyone was adhering to correct COVID-19 protocol. Okay, so they go into what he's been up to. So he's attached to the Highlander reboot. He is in another film called The Rosie Project. Will be starring as Sherlock Holmes in Enola Holmes 2, that series with the chick from Stranger Things, and then of course The Witcher. So he's got a lot of irons in the fire, you
Hmm.
know. So, but I mean, look, man, Henry Cavill's always going to be Superman, but I think that they could find a perfect place to slot him in a Marvel film
Yeah.
or series at that point, you know.
Here's what
What
happened
if
the last time somebody tried to flank him.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, right. He
That's
was
what I
just look at
thought
that
of.
face. He's like, "Fuck
When
you,
you said he got
Flash."
flanked, I'm like, mm-mm.
Um, what if he's going in to talk about Fantastic Four and being Reed Richards?
Oh,
I mean, look at him. He could definitely play Reed Richards,
yeah.
right? I
They
mean,
have
why
ways
not?
of making people look tall. I mean, dude, he's 5 foot nothing, dude.
Yeah, but
I mean, you couldn't even tell when he's playing Superman.
no, not at
Had no
all.
idea that dude's 5'4". He's
Is
taller
he?
than that, dude. I'm just
What,
being
what
an
the
asshole.
fuck? Yeah. So,
He is short though.
yeah.
He's like a
But
little
I
manlet.
yeah. I still would like to see Jim play
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic, but
I don't.
if they
I don't
cast
think he's caught up into doing comic book movies.
well, I mean, I never would have thought that he would have done that fucking Tom Clancy shit.
Yeah,
You know
that's
you know what I
right.
mean? But like he's on there shooting guns and fucking saving
Yeah, I
villagers
saw him
and
whip some ass.
shit. Yeah, so I
I was
mean,
like, damn, Jim
mo-
Halpert fucking him up.
money talks, dude.
Yeah.
And he already kind of looks like a scientist,
Oh, he would
you
be
know?
perfect for the role.
Yeah, for sure.
Really, they could give him anything and he'd be good.
Yeah, all he's got to do is make that face
Do you
looking at the
think that?
camera.
Yeah, just that's all you got to do. Do you think though? Because it'd be hard, man, seeing Henry come in and play like a villain.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
I would be cool with that though.
Because he's like, it's Superman, dude.
Yeah. But maybe that's what he wants to do. He wants to separate himself from a hero as much as possible. So he's going to
Oh
be
yeah.
like Doctor Doom.
Well, and see now all of that DC stuff's finished,
Yeah.
so he can move on.
Do his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're fucking up,
I would
Warner Brothers.
imagine while he was under contract to play Superman, they're like, you cannot be in any fucking Marvel movies. You got it? It's like, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard
Incidentally,
it.
just finished The Witcher 2. I've heard that show's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things about it as well. So,
Check it out. But yeah.
Next up, Firestarter remake wraps filming. Zac Efron shares one final set photo. So Zac Efron took to Twitter today to announce that filming has wrapped on the Blumhouse remake of Stephen King's Firestarter. And The Greatest Showman star posted a photo from the set to mark the occasion. Shooting on Firestarter began in May with the Tomorrow War's Kiera Armstrong taking on the title role that was previously played on screen by Drew Barrymore in the 1984 adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
There's currently not a release date set for the movie, but it is expected to arrive sometime next year. Zac Efron, who has certainly grown a lot since High School Musical days, commented on the picture on his Twitter account saying, "That's a wrap on Firestarter movie. Can't wait for you guys to see this."
That's right, dude. I
So
always forget that that's where he came from.
it's crazy,
Well,
right?
he managed to break out of that
Yeah.
in a big bad way. I tell you, somebody else is Edward. What's
Yeah.
his name?
R Pat?
Yeah,
Robbie Pat?
like
Yeah.
the fact that he was able to break out of that
Yeah.
and not being typecasted for the rest of his life. Like, you know, now he's playing Batman. Like,
Yeah.
good for him. But
I mean, he fucking killed a seagull with his bare hands and jerked off in the lighthouse. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
in the same year.
yeah, in the same movie, dude.
Firestarter.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see. I mean, whenever I think of like Stephen King property, does Firestarter ever come to y'all's head?
No.
I mean, I know it is, but like at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do remember
So
that box though with Drew Barrymore on it with her hair
yeah,
pushed out. Like,
yeah,
and that also makes me think of that meme with that little girl standing there and the house is burning in the background.
yeah,
Well, Firestarter over here.
yeah. Got ourselves a fire
Little
starter here.
pyromaniac.
Yeah. Next up, Clerks 3 is officially happening at Lionsgate with Kevin Smith and the original cast. Says Kevin Smith is finally heading back to the quick stop as Lionsgate has just picked up the long gestating comedy sequel Clerks 3. The news was officially announced by the studio on Monday, and the movie has already begun pre production in New Jersey. Shooting on the project will officially start in August, and this must be especially good news for Smith after the indie filmmaking legend has spent many, many years trying to get the sequel made. And this is the tweet that he sent out. To be great is to go on is to go far is to return. On August the 2nd, for my 51st birthday, I return to Quick Stop, the little store that started it all, with my friends Dante, Randall, Jay, Silent Bob, Becky, and Elias. Thank you at Lionsgate for making Clerks 3.
This dude and his
As with
dates, it's like, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, I know,
like
right?
on my birthday, a year
Yeah,
after. At first, there I thought they were gonna be like after he suffered a heart attack. I'm like, dude, that was 3 years ago.
yeah,
Are we
right.
still? Did he cry
That they
when
talk
he?
about it down here.
Do they?
Says it's inspired by Smith's own real life heart attack. Clerks 3 follows Randall after the sarcastic clerk suffers a massive heart attack that nearly
Oh,
costs him his life. With a new outlook on life following his survival, Randall enlists fellow clerks Dante, Elias, Jay, and Silent Bob to make a movie immortalizing his life at the convenience store that started it all. It's almost meta with the clerks in the movie making a movie about being clerks, something that Smith had done in real life at the start of his own career. So, I mean, dude, if he takes this on the road,
yeah.
dude,
You already
it's
know.
happening.
We'll be
It's
watching
happening,
that guy
right?
dance down that street again,
Yeah, right.
standing in that
If
fucking
he,
line.
if they do this, I mean, it's fucking
Yeah,
happening,
dude.
dude.
I hope he does.
I hope he does too. I would
Um,
love.
we've been hearing him talk about making this movie for like 5 years now.
Yeah. Well, he said that. Well, he said that after he rewrote it,
Yeah.
which was what, like 2 years
So
ago.
yeah, whenever he turned the script in and lets people read it, some of the cast members. I'm not trying to write an A&E biography over here, but some of the cast members didn't like the script and didn't want to be
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
So then I guess after the heart attack, he was like, "Let me rethink this." He
Yeah.
had time to smoke on it, and that he did, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well, and to be fair though, like we might have got Clerks sooner, but like after hearing the fact that like Jeff Anderson read the new Clerks 3
and
script
agreed to
and
do it.
cried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was
He
the one
cried.
that didn't want to do it before.
Yeah. So maybe Jeff Anderson was doing us all a favor.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
as much as I love Kevin Smith, he's put some duds out there into the universe.
okay,
You
yeah,
know, we
occasionally,
don't want
yeah.
another. What is it called? The little
Uh,
sausages.
yoga hosers?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
get high and make a funny little movie. It's all good bit of fun.
Yeah,
But
good bit of fun.
but that's the thing about Jeff Anderson, dude. Jeff Anderson doesn't act in anything else. He
Yeah,
doesn't want to be an actor. I mean, really, the only thing he's ever been in was the Clerks shit. So he
yeah,
kind of holds that. He's kind of one of those people. It's like, but 1 and 2 was good. We really don't need to do this one. This is gonna fuck it up.
yeah,
I think he was that guy that was like, well, he was the Brian Johnson,
yeah,
right?
yeah. He was Brian Johnson, yeah.
And he fucking Brian Johnsoned it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not fucking doing
Yeah,
it,
this is
man.
Garbo.
Yeah. He's gonna appear a lot at any minute, dude. You said the magic word. Blue. What's up, guys? But I am excited.
Oh
And
yeah,
so if he starts filming it in August, they'll probably wrap in September, mid-September, maybe early
yeah, it'll
October.
be pretty quick.
He'll be editing it as they're filming
Oh
it.
yeah,
So
dude.
the film will be done by
Oh
Christmas.
yeah,
So if he's going to do a tour, then he'll probably start after Christmas doing a road show with it. Now, my thing is if Lionsgate's picking it up,
will
I'm
they let
assuming
him
they're
do
going to,
that?
yes, because I'm assuming that they're going to do some type of theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that it would be only
Well,
fair.
if he shows them the data
Oh yeah,
from he's
the
like, dude, the last time I did this, I made the money back off the
yeah,
rip.
and then yeah. So, and it's kind of a thing now,
Yeah,
like ever since Red State, he's kind of done these road shows.
and it's
So
awesome.
yeah, it is. All right, last but not least, we've got Ryan Reynolds is making a Scrooge musical, and I didn't fucking know this
I knew
shit.
about this.
I mean, we might have talked about it, but I don't remember it. But it says here that Will Ferrell is revealed as the ghost of Christmas Present in Ryan Reynolds' Scrooge musical. After teasing an image of his upcoming musical comedy Spirited, Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell have been snapped on the set of the new movie, giving a first look at the pair in costume. The new take on Dickens' A Christmas Carol has a certain air of Bill Murray Scrooged about it, with the story taking place in a contemporary setting that sees Reynolds' businessman being taught the error of his ways by three less than ordinary ghosts at Christmas time. The Apple Plus movie was originally announced back in 2019, but shooting only began earlier this month, with Reynolds posting his joy at starting filming with one of his comedy heroes. So I mean, hey, I'm probably gonna watch it.
Yeah, and
I'm not a super.
I was gonna say that that's what it looks like. It looks like he's doing Scrooge with a little Scrooge twist,
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
gonna be a dickhead,
Oh yeah, for sure.
major dick,
Smart
but it's gonna
ass.
take place. It's gonna be a period piece.
Yeah, the way God intended it.
Yeah,
So,
that'll be great.
uh, it's going to be funny, and now I'm interested to see who's going to be the ghost of Christmas past and the ghost of Christmas future.
Yeah, dude, Danny McBride. It's got to do one.
Oh, dude, is he going to be the ghost of Christmas
That would
past?
be
He's like,
great. He's like, all right,
all
motherfucker, let
right,
me take you home.
cocksucker. Yeah, yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go back to your fucking shit
you
show
wanna
of
watch your
raising.
dad beat you a little bit?
Yeah. I would fucking die, dude. That
Huh.
would be amazing. So yeah, that's all the fucking news that I saw today. I mean, it was a lot of people talking about Black Widow. And here's one thing that I was gonna bring up on the as a little bit of movie news, but I decided against. But I'll throw it in here real quick. So Black Widow, we talked about the numbers, right?
Yeah.
Last week,
Uh-huh.
I think it was last week.
Yeah, yeah.
So we talked about the numbers. Well, so they made what was it, 80 million domestically
Mm-hmm.
in that first weekend. Well, everything it
Yeah,
didn't.
it made 60 million on the what you call it.
Yeah,
I
but
remember.
the money for the theaters were making didn't go up
Yeah.
because, and they're blaming it on being able to watch it at home.
Mm-hmm. Those people probably
So,
wasn't gonna go to the theater anyway.
well, they're saying that they're not getting repeat viewers because the repeat viewers can just watch it at home.
Yeah. And pay $30.
Yeah. So,
Actually
and
pay
now,
more than what they would pay.
yeah. So now the, AMC and people like that are like, this is why you can't goddamn
Yeah.
fucking do this shit because we're not getting the fucking money that we're fucking
So it's all
owed.
about money
Yeah, I mean, of
and not
course
about
it
the
is, dude.
safety.
Yeah. And not about like, I don't know, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So, of course they're blaming.
Greedy assholes.
Yeah, of course they're blaming the fact that it co-released. Like, why would they not? You know what I mean?
Well, and remember they were almost certain that these were going to be some low numbers anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you released the movie a fucking year after you said you were going to do it.
Yeah, right. So, man, I'm ready for trailers. We got a couple good ones lined up here.
Y'all saw that Jackass trailer? I dropped the
I
Jackass trailer. No, I haven't watched
I
it.
haven't watched it.
The only thing I'll do is make sure that they're real trailers. Like there was a new Suicide Squad trailer, but it's the same trailer with them talking over it. And I was like, nah, we don't need a
Oh.
fucking.
All right, so that trailer that I dropped in there for Suicide Squad is the
Does it say so? Does it trailer 4?
yeah.
It's them talking over it.
All right, I'm getting rid of it then.
I didn't even see that you put that in there. But I went on there. You know, I always go in, type in trailers, and I'll set it to a week.
Yeah, that's the same thing I do.
And I scroll through there. But I'll check them. You know, make sure it's a real trailer. We've been fooled before.
Don't get fooled again. No, don't get fooled. All right.
And I'm just gonna say they need to stop dropping Suicide Squad trailers.
And just
Like,
release the fucking movie.
We've seen
already.
enough of the movie already. Drop the movie.
It comes out soon though, right?
Yeah.
Are they doing a co? Because that's WB,
I don't
right?
know. I haven't heard on that.
Let's see. HBO Max. Let's see.
I don't know. It seems like I remember the trailer saying
it's in theaters and on HBO Max August the 6th.
Shit.
So, I mean, that's in a couple of weeks here.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks. So, don't get fooled again.
I know we'll be watching a week after that.
What?
Well, that drops on August the 6th. That's a Monday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, unless we can cram it before the next day. You know, the week after. Yeah. Let's just.
Oh, no. Too many variables.
Yeah. Too many variants.
Too many inconsistencies. Too many variants. All variants and no play.
Did you see that meme that Deidre dropped on Facebook with the mask?
Mm-mm.
She was like, "This is it was a meme, and it had Jim Carrey dressed as the mask, and it was like, this is the variant they need to worry about because he was Loki.
Real,
Remember, that was the goddess of mischief, or the god of mischief. The mask was created over Loki. I'm like, that's funny.
I mean, could you fucking imagine?
No.
Jim Carrey shows up in the next season as the mask, and he's just fucking everybody up.
Stanley Ipkiss.
Just dancing all over the place, dude.
When I was watching that one thing where they were talking about the credit scene and everything. They also were talking about there were several scenes that were cut out of the show. There was also a fight with Froki. I mean
Mm-hmm.
Frog Thor.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be like a fight scene between him and Loki that they ended up cutting out.
Dude, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see that more than anything.
So last week when we got finished with the pod, was on here and Trav sent me this trailer.
Yeah.
It's a movie that's coming out, and I dropped it in here because it's kind of like the filmmaker that put this together. He doesn't. It's kind of like an early project. You know what I mean? He just kind of
Yeah.
started. It's got a really cool look to it,
Shit, I'm down.
like some of these shots, and it's kind of got that old school kind of 70s, horror movie.
Yeah.
But it's got some really cool shots in it.
Shit, I'm excited.
Really just a teaser, but hang on, I gotta switch accounts.
Don't get fooled again.
Dropping comments from my personal.
Yeah. Don't need you to say that. Loki, man. Who would have thunk it? You know?
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's Hiddleston, dude.
Yeah, he can do no wrong.
The only movie I've ever seen him in that I didn't like was that Hank Williams movie. But it was just a bad script.
Yeah.
He's not to be blamed.
He's not to be
Yeah,
blamed.
it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
He acted his ass off.
He did the best at what he could with what he had.
Yeah. Are y'all ready?
Yes. Dawn breaks behind the eyes.
Yeah. You good, Trav?
Let's do it.
Yeah, man.
3, 2, 1, play. Check out these cool shots, man.
It looks like it was filmed on actual film. You can see the film grain. Mm.
Little Carpenter Brute. Little mid seminar. That's a skit, dude.
Mid seminar.
People go to a seminar and it's like midsummer. It's happening. That's how you do a trailer.
When does that come out? That shit looks good.
It's in the circuit right now, like the film festival.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to shop it around, for a buyer.
Yeah. I heard that,
So this is the Anthony Bourdain documentary where they generated his voice.
Okay.
So all the narration that you hear in this is generated by AI.
Shit. That's gonna be creepy, but let's
Yeah.
check it out.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Trailer actually came out a while ago. He's straight up one finger typing.
Yeah.
I was doing a mound of coke,
Yeah.
This dude was like the Jim Morrison of chefs. He like low key looks like he could be related to Epstein,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah.
They couldn't find enough clips of him talking and just use that, dude.
Yeah.
He did like 400 TV shows. I like Cho. Oh shit.
That's gonna be crazy to watch. It looks good though. The
So
Last Dude.
this is Ridley Scott.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And it's got fucking I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna find her and hurt Adam Driver. I'm gonna hurt her.
Holy shit! It's got Adam Driver, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck. Let's fucking do this thing then.
I didn't know Ben Affleck was in it.
Yeah, he's got the
And
bat
Matt
suit
Damon,
on.
they're playing
Matt
the
Damon
Angels from what you call
from Dogma.
yeah.
Oh
Cuts to them in
god,
the corner. They're wearing trench coats.
he's like, "Cut my wings off, Loki." That's another Loki they need to
Yeah, that's
work.
another
No,
variant you got to worry about right there.
was it? That wasn't Loki. That
There
was
was a
what was their
Loki in
names?
there.
Yeah,
Wasn't one of them named Loki?
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because I was
so.
sitting here thinking that right before you said it, and it's like, oh yeah, I think it was
Matt Damon,
Matt
right?
Damon's character.
Yeah. Fuck. There's too many Lokis
Too many
floating around.
variants.
Yeah,
Now
right.
you got to worry about the Delta variant.
Gotta get a booster, dude. All right, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. This trailer dropped today, I think. Yeah. That's new.
Mm.
Looks cold. So Matt Damon looks like Theo Vaughn.
A redneck, yeah.
Whoa.
Look at fucking blonde Affleck over
Yeah.
here.
Black flag. Affleck over here like I'm the real Slim Shady.
Yeah.
It looks like Theo Vaughn, dude, with a mullet. Like,
It's like the truth doesn't matter. Look at our wardrobe budget.
yeah. That fucking Nature's Percocet.
I'm driving on that butterball.
They should have got John Malkovich to play that guy. Yeah, you will. That movie just came out of nowhere.
It looks pretty cool though. I'm excited. Ah, this Jackass movie comes out in October, man. Jackass Forever.
You'll see the song choice.
Is it fucking CKY? I'm ready. I'm very ready for this.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh.
It's like
Don't know
Jackass
when.
movie's not supposed to be sad.
Yeah.
Bam's not gonna be in the movie. He got kicked.
What the
But
fuck?
they all got fucking hurt, dude. Oh my god. That was hilarious. Well, MGK. Oh, he's doing it again.
Oh my
That was a direct
god.
hit, dude. Oh god damn. What the fuck? Oh shit. God damn. Was that Maddie Matheson? Walking the mile. This is gonna be great.
I might have to go to the fucking theater and watch that, man.
Brandon's shirt said so many books, so little time. They did it again,
I
man.
I mean, I think that a lot of that stuff that they showed too is just like, you know how at the beginning of the Jackass movies they have like a compilation
The
of crazy
opening,
shit
yeah.
happening? Yeah, I think that that was a lot of that shit. And then of course there'll be, some of
Dude,
it, but like
I'll never forget being in a theater, and I can't remember if it was 3D or not, but when they're coming down the road in that really big shopping cart,
yeah. Yeah,
and
right.
it's like this fans blowing, they're just punching the shit out of each other, just
Yeah.
I mean, just
No
beating each
fucks
other's
given.
ass. Like
Yeah.
it was kind of sad, man. That Bam, he got cleaned up, man. He came to the set, and then he got fucked up on the set, man. And
Yeah.
I saw his live video when he went live after they sent him home. And it's
Yeah.
like one of those tough love things where it's like, dude, you gotta get cleaned up, man. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna die soon, and we're not all gonna sit around and watch it.
Yeah.
Every time I watch anything like Jackass, dude, I always think of that first movie. I mean, of course, I think of the TV show,
Yeah.
but I always remember the first one because it was right when, uh, at the back in the old internet days where it took a good 6 hours to get a hold of a movie at a good deal, if you know what I
Hmm.
mean. And I'll never forget it. It finished downloading that morning, and you had spent the night at him. I remember me and you watched it with breakfast, dude, and laughed our fucking asses off.
Yeah, it's gonna
National
be great to see
treasure.
it again. It looks like they're bringing some new people in.
Yeah.
Some of those new
Carry the
bloods to do
torch.
some of that dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Knoxville got hit really hard by that bull, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
right. Uncomfortably hard.
I heard him on a podcast here a while back, and he said he like ripped his groin or something. Like he did some crazy shit, had to go get surgery, and
Mm. I'm good.
but yeah,
Yeah, I'm good
Always,
on
my mind always cuts to "Flesh into Gear" by CKY.
is that
yeah.
It's the other one that
okay?
anyway.
All right, y'all ready?
Malignant?
Mm-hmm. Like a
It's
Nolan.
not it's not a tumor. All right, I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Mm-hmm.
Scary movie. It's a tumor. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm this lady, I'm going to the doctor to get checked out.
Yeah.
Seattle. Oh,
Discount Winona Ryder.
I told her some crazy shit. Oh, you got the gift. Oh, you need some teeny shoes.
Teeny shoes.
Gabriel. I was a little goth girl. That's creepy.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Now she's gone. Well, no, she's not.
Is this the remake of The Frighteners?
It's the remake of Drop Dead Fred, but it's not a comedy. If I adopted a little girl and she said that shit at her birthday, I'd be like, honey, get her bags.
Yeah,
She's
we're
going
taking this
back.
bitch back.
I want a
Yeah.
refund. She's broken. It's probably like her dad or something.
Dude, it's like Stir of Echoes meets the Babadook.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it
Oh, I'm
looks
not gonna see him.
it
Yeah,
looks
yeah. It looks
different, but the same.
It looks like some shit I ain't gonna watch.
Yeah. Come on, dude. We're podlocked on it,
Mm-mm.
man.
You guys see what they did with the name here?
Yeah, reservation dogs.
Yeah,
This is Taka Watiti.
yeah.
Taka Watiti.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. So they're resis. They're still in a chip truck.
I mean,
And they're all sitting around eating chips. That was I can't remember his name. Uh-oh. Boys in the Hood. It's paintball guns. It's got that what was that rabbit movie?
Jojo
It's
Rabbit.
got that Jojo Rabbit humor.
Yeah.
You know. This dude's specialty. All right.
Looks interesting.
He's an executive producer.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like he's probably the one that was able to get it.
Yeah. Get it moving.
Oh, he is one of the creators too. Yeah, he created.
Okay.
You know, he's got that
okay.
deal with FX now. You know,
Yeah,
you
well,
know
what we
what
doing
we
in
doing in
Shadow?
Shadows, Bunny.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Ravens are giving me the shits.
I can't wait for that next season. All right, we got Risen. Is this about Jesus?
It's gotta be like zombies or something, right?
I don't
Look
know,
at this
dude.
guy.
I was
I don't know,
thinking.
dude. If that happens when Jesus comes back,
I
if I want to
mean,
be
you never
here.
know. No, I'm ready. Let's figure
All
it
right.
out.
3, 2, 1, play.
Told you.
Who disturbs my slumber?
It is I.
Jesus. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. What's the rapture, right? Is it? Let's figure out what kind of movie we want to be here, you know?
Yeah.
It's Alien. Nuke it. It's the Night King. Just like the Night King. I have to see what it do. I don't know.
Shit looks intense though, right?
Was that the damn... Y'all saw those tentacles?
Yeah. I synced them.
Little
The
cosmic horror.
colony. Little cosmic horror, dude. Colony, dude. Let's
Good
fucking
album.
peep this.
They're already working on the Triple X parody, the colon.
The colony.
Yeah.
It's a whole colony of colons. Where do I start? Fat, 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 fat.
All right, the colony. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. All right. Yeah, global warming. Where we landing? That was water. Oh, we went back to Earth. Shouldn't have touched it. I like him. He's gonna be the bad guy. See, like, who are these people? She's like, there's people out here, and they're gonna be like, you're working for the bad guy. Mutts.
Yeah.
Lake. I'm over here trying to figure out where I've seen this girl. She was in Army of the Dead.
Yeah. She the one that broke him in?
Yeah. All right.
For the many. For the many. Rushed. It's got the T1000 in it.
Rushed.
Shit, I'm ready.
Leave him a comment. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Sugar water.
Yeah.
Not my
More.
thoughts exactly.
More. Your skin's not on straight. Uh-oh.
Oh, wrong answer.
So it's gonna be her that does it? She's going full Karen on him, dude. Damn. Oh. Remember a few years ago they had some of these kids that got hazed and
Yeah.
died and stuff. They're like, it's a tradition to fucking torture the new kids? Your skin's not on straight.
There's rock bottom. Oh, we got a war movie coming up here. A war drama, a wama, if you will.
Yeah.
Or a drawer. That doesn't,
Yeah.
you
A
know.
drawer movie.
Yeah.
They just settled on the title. The East.
The East.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, that East.
Indonesia.
Ooh. Never seen this from their point of view.
No.
Deutsch. Did he just baptize him?
I think so.
It looks like you know what I mean? It looks good. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like super low budget. Uh,
We got this movie that I've been waiting for. For the movie.
what? Oh.
Yeah.
Have you really been waiting?
Yeah, dude. For. They
What
ain't
do you
bearing
think
the
it's about?
lead. The fucking California wildfires. The fires, dude. The wildfires.
A documentary on the creation of the fire sauce at Taco Bell.
Fire.
I would actually watch that.
The sequel's Diablo. All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, play. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
God, one of those trailers.
Far.
Yeah, you ain't gotta watch a movie. Just cut the dues on. What is this? What's he running?
We already have fire.
Everybody's gonna die but him. Bet. Here he comes. Mm-hmm. That movie looks fucking terrible.
I don't know, dude.
No,
Some fire.
available everywhere.
I love the tagline. Some fires can't be tamed. What?
Wow.
All right then. Heels.
Oh,
Is this about
the
wrestling?
wrestling thing, yeah. It's
Okay.
a real trailer now. I think
Okay,
this is
all
the
right.
show on like Stars or something, or I forget.
Summers.
It's on one of those.
Let's do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, Stars. You ain't gonna take the heat.
Is Maxwell in this?
I think that's him. It's gonna be like
Is this like a Eric Bischoff show?
it's a soap opera. Like
Yeah.
they finally found a way. They were like, if you thought wrestling was a soap opera before, it's like Nashville's replaced the music with wrestling. I told you, Mary Lou, you can't go out there with me tonight. What's gonna be funny though is like, okay, not getting an Emmy. Uh, those guys that all watch wrestling still, they'll be
Yeah.
gathered around the water cooler. Like, did you watch Heels last night? Can't believe Jacob did that to her. Just one day. Oh, come on. Okay.
What an interesting song choice.
Dude, this Chucky doll's face looks weird.
Yeah, it does, right?
Why is his eyes so close together?
I don't know.
He looks like that dude from The Mask.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's the actual face of the legit Bean Wizard.
I'm the Bean Wizard. It's raccoon. Probably of the rapid kind. It's just a teaser, so.
Shit,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
let
and
it
this is
tease.
USA Sci Fi.
Oh, they're
So
coming together.
it's like, great, you know? Two really great companies. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. That looks more like Carrot Top.
Yeah. It's a series?
Was that it? Why even make that? Original series? Based off of like 18 movies. I think that show's going to be funny.
Yeah.
But like it'll be funny and they'll put the comedy in there, but it'll be like funny bad,
Yeah.
like terrible jokes.
Right.
Alrighty.
John Boyega, Bill Skarsgård.
You gotta have at least one of them.
I mean, this hard. It's not. It's not hard to find one.
Yeah, if you don't have a Skarsgård in the movie, it's not a real movie.
Yeah, right. All right, I'm ready for it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh, free lawyer. $100,000. It's $100,000. Oh, you're in the wrong line of business, dude. Then turn him into a horny toad. What? He's having a stroke. So there's some kind of drug heist. Um, ooh, on demand, August 13th. Not the movie I thought I was gonna get from the beginning of the trailer.
No.
Like that changed. Like I was like, oh, he's free lawyer, hard down on his luck.
Yeah.
And this one guy shows up and he's like, let's steal some fucking money,
Yeah. It's a fucking ticket out of here.
Yeah, 50 million.
Yeah. In cash.
Don't you want a better life for your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have no family. All
All
right.
right.
Well, what are we gonna watch next week,
Shit, I
guys?
don't know. What's on the?
I mean, do y'all want to do another trilogy, or y'all just want to do a couple of one-offs? You know what I
I
mean?
will say this: Pig is available.
Mm,
I don't know
okay.
if we're interested in seeing that. Remember that was
Yeah. Nick
the
Cage.
truffle pig.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's got an 8.4 out of 10.
I mean,
No fucking way. No shot. Does it really?
kind of got to check that out then, right? You know what else is available that we could check out
What you got?
if y'all are interested? Quiet Place 2.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't watched it either. I'll be down to
Just
watch that.
just a thought, I'm down to watch either one,
I sure
Pig
don't
or a
want to see
Quiet
the
Place.
Forever Purge.
No.
Bro, I heard they've been shitting on Space Jam.
Yeah, I heard that.
Shitting on it.
What
Last
do you
time.
think, Trav?
I mean, I'm down for whatever, man.
I mean, we got the Tomorrow War. We got the fucking Pig. We got the Quiet Place 2.
I'll be down to watch a Quiet Place.
I'm just interested to see what happens. And does she have another baby?
And who's the daddy? I'll be the baby daddy.
So is that what y'all want to do?
Yeah, I'm down, man.
Let's do it, man.
All right.
No show?
No show.
Well, something will come along though. It'll be all right.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but
Yeah.
we'll find something else to watch.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
We
We'll
always
figure
do.
something out. Yeah.
Checks on the
I
mail.
always get my man.